brand new video of Ghoulish Reacts. And today we are back diving in once again to the world of Liminal Land. So, in the last episode, we ended up going through the accommodations and gallery part of the website, and today we're going to be solely focusing on the archives. And then, hopefully, by the end of the series, we're going to be looking at the intervention tab. Now, I saved the archives for one of the last things because it is easily the longest thing so far here on the site. We have a lot. We have like 4 whole pages of stuff to read, minus the videos that they're spread in between. So we're going to start off with this first one. The CD-ROM found footage, found employee training. Got a nice little picture of a computer here with a Liminal Land employee training thingy and a poster in the back. Let's say an original disc of Sharon's Liminal Land employee training CD-ROM game. A 2005 backup was found along with it. These files linked below were extracted from the original CD-ROM. Although they are now publicly available, individuals are recommended to download to view them at their own discretion. Ooh, so we got a game we can play. That might be interesting. We might do that. Promotional material. Come home. So we got a poster here that says, "Come home. Come home. Liminal Land, Lake Valley, New Mexico." That's cool. I like how we get to look at the picture. That'd be a cool. This is a cool background for a phone. Poster recovered from the home complex depicting an oddly to the point demand to onlookers. Its dreamlike visuals reflect the maze-like structure of the lower levels of Liminal Land, as visitors would often wind up inside with no recollection of how they got there. Memento, the 1978 vacation guide. We're going to look at the picture real quick. There's no place like home. Want to learn more? Employee for more details about how you can come home. Liminal Land, 1978. Compliments of the Sharon Corporation. Your vacation guide. Oh yeah, that's cool. A battered pamphlet recovered from a sidewalk in what once was a lively downtown Lake Valley, branded with the Sharon logo. Its visuals exemplify everything the company consistently pushed for: a packed park, the allure of mystique, and visitors' inevitability absorption into the Liminal Land compound. So we're slowly learning more and more about the Sharon Corporation, how they've basically been integrated into everything from the very beginning of the series, and how actually kind of scary they are with this integration. Okay, memorandum, letter of warning. Lake Valley, New Mexico. I am writing this letter to inform you of escalating activities in the Liminal Land Park, where outside jurisdiction is poking around behind the scenes. We've received your reports of street-clothed officers from the blank, assuming this redacted part is the New Mexico Police Department, surveilling the premises after park hours, allegedly conducting some sort of unlawful investigation into your park's activities. One officer was reprimanded last night on level B-34 of Subliminal Land, hiding in the men's restroom. When approached, he claimed to have been uh, lost before refusing to speak any further. Currently, he's been held in our facility for further questioning. We will send updates on what he knows and who else is involved with this work. Oh, with his work. For now, all that's confirmed are his ties to the investigation department of the NMSP, of course. Previously, I recall your complaints of calling your offices about the laugh track. It's possible he was hiding out to get a closer look at the ride when the park was cleared. We already know the has interest in that ride specifically, so my advice would be to take action in-house. Shredding files will only do so much if they are actively in the park disguised as patrons. Consider looking into Clause 18. We are here to help. Sincerely, Redacted. So a lot of this is redacted, but obviously the people at the Sharon Corporation knew that the New Mexico State Police were looking into Liminal Land and a lot of their rides, especially the laugh track. Internal memorandum stuck to a bathroom stall in the Subliminal Land ruins. It appears to depict some sort of internal turmoil within law enforcement. However, due to its redactions, it's difficult to know for sure. The Hall of Walls, summer pamphlet of 1978. Okay, so we're going to read this from here. Same halls, new walls. A fresh look for a familiar favorite. The staple of Liminal Land is back for the summer season with a brand new look. The freshly painted gray walls blend together more than ever in what the Lake Valley Times calls the most immersive escape room man has ever built. Featuring its signature 800,000 square foot megastructure, the Hall of Walls offers an experience like no other, where guests can lose themselves every time. And now that's a guarantee. Built into the outer walls of the structure now stand 7 unique exits, each of which demanding a path defined. Of these exits, only one will be opened each day, while the rest are sealed off by gray walls, no different than the countless others within the structure. This assures a unique experience for our explorers every time, as you will never know what route will lead to your escape. Which exit will you leave through? Well, that's something you'll only know once you're inside. Okay, the rooms that started it all. The Hall of Walls offers a challenge many parkgoers can't refuse, as this mind bending experience tests the very limits of the human psyche regarding those who dare to enter a labyrinth with a profound cathartic experience. Whether you travel as an individual or with the whole family, the hall caters to anyone willing to allow their mind and body to wander. Within these walls, you can press the pause button on reality as you know it for a brief moment. Truly escape. Well, that's creepy. uh, so they have descriptions under the pictures. One of many extended corridors leading you one step closer or one step further away from escape. Pro tip: though we strive for all explorers to feel the sensation of vanishing, help is always around the corner. For help exiting the hall, make your way to the nearest partner. If a partner is out of reach, calmly stand still and wait. Help is always on the way. Unwilling to settle for the monotony of the tired current day escape rooms, Schlittenberg, okay, used for his advanced knowledge of the human mind to push and eventually shatter the boundaries of what many believe possible for a theme park attraction, crafting an experience that can only be described as Liminal Land's crown jewel. Immerse yourself in his ever expanding vision. Lose yourself today. A welcome sight into some, but saddening sight for others. The exit marks the end of an incredible adventure. Luckily, nothing is stopping you from going through again and again. Okay. A page from the 1978 Liminal Land Summer Pamphlet dedicated to the Hall of Walls, one of the largest escape rooms ever created. More pages from this pamphlet are currently in recovery. Lake Valley's Annual Police Report, 1987. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna look at the pictures first, of course. Lake Valley Police Annual Report, 1987. James Courtwright Sheriff. Roger O'Neill Mayor. 23. Lost to fire. Despite quick response time from our emergency responders, nothing could be done to salvage the home set ablaze by the June 15th fire. When arriving on scene, two adults engaged our team to alert them of the presence of two children stuck in the bedroom. The two were locked in for bedtime before the oven caught fire due to a forgotten cake left by the mother. The blaze, however, was too severe for the fire squad to enter. Despite best efforts, both children would perish in flames. Oh, jeez. Fast action was made to stop the spread of the blaze, and thankfully nearby homes were spared of any serious damage. Cleanup was complete the following day, and one house was repainted due to the damage from smoke. No charges were filed. The remains of the Jacobson home following the June 15th house fire. Oh, jeez. Now that's kind of sad. A short segment taken from Lake Valley's annual police report in 1987. The remainder of the booklet is missing, though this particular entry was saved by a loved one of the affected family. If you have information on the whereabouts of this booklet or any others made during Liminal Land's run, please contact the archival team. Liminal Land Summer Pamphlet of 1978. Okay, so this is about Subliminal Land, the water park. Okay. Okay, introducing Subliminal Land, a whole new world underneath your feet. 3 years after Liminal Land changed the face of Lake Valley, the Charon Corporation has emerged with yet another project bound to fascinate park visitors. A multi-thousand square foot underground complex spanning 36 floors vertically downward is now available to explore, completely at your leisure. Immerse yourself in the naturally heated structures warmed by the remnants of Lake Valley's dormant test sites. Given the city's rich history and diligence in investing in energy infrastructure, Lake Valley Observations has donated their prior complex to benefit Sharon's vision of bringing humanity to the most unique theme park experience in the world today. You'll find that Subliminal Land carries the most unique pool architecture in the world. Irregular pool shapes break the monotony of rectangular alternatives, largely made possible by the reuse of old clean energy reservoirs left behind by the engineers and scientists from the Lake Valley observations. On top of this, you'll find that each pool is seamlessly connected to every other one on each floor, meaning you'll never have to leave the water. Oh, jeez. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. As you venture into the depths of Subliminal Land, you'll discover a world of hospitality at your disposal. Enjoy complimentary beverages provided by Liminal Land partners as you soak in the rad baths located behind the wave pool. Pro tip, if you're having difficulty navigating the maze-like structure of Subliminal Land, feel free to ask the nearest partner, and they'll be happy to direct you. Can't find a partner? Follow the red exit signs, and you should find one in proximity. Subliminal Land utilizes a state-of-the-art system of interconnected water slides to ensure safe travel between floors. Gone are the days of exiting the water, scrounging for a towel, and walking around soaking wet. In Subliminal Land, you can navigate to any floor you like by slide. To do so, simply head to the nearest outer wall and look for the orange openings. Once there, jump in, enjoy the ride, and emerge in a completely new area. Dang, this sounds like an awesome water park. I don't know how I'd feel about never leaving the water. You'd be absolutely wrinkly after just an hour in this place. Even maybe even more than wrinkly. Maybe your skin might start peeling off. I don't know. As you make your way out of the hospitality sector and into the Serenity Ward below it, you'll discover that crowds become less and less prevalent. This is by design and is made possible by the sheer size of floor B10 and beyond. You'll be pleased to find that the deeper you venture into Subliminal Land, the larger the floors become, allowing you to truly escape the monotony of daily life, in lieu of a dead, silent, unforgettable, serene experience underground. Warning: those with autophobia may experience discomfort in the Serenity Ward. If you are prone to this, it is advised you remain on floors B8 and above. From the beginning, Sharon crafted Liminal Land with one promise to you: that you can escape reality and truly lose yourself. And with the addition of this newest facility, that promise continues to live on. Okay, so we're going to read the prompts under the pictures. Parkgoers will love the numerous amenities located on floor B4. Water slides empty into naturally heated reservoirs, making for a comfortable family experience. Towards the very back of floor B14, the neon pool rooms await. Immerse yourself in an unforgettable experience you can't find anywhere else. Bonus tip: given its depth, the neon pool rooms are typically empty. Chances are you'll have it all to yourself. Rad. Okay, summer pamphlet celebrating the release of Subliminal Land, an experimental water park located underneath Liminal Land. Pre-Liminal Land photos of Lake Valley. Okay, so this is the town. Okay, so we're looking at the first picture. So this looks like if it would load properly, a factory of some kind, obviously. All right, colorized. One of the last surviving images of the Lake Valley observations, the site of what one day would become Liminal Land. Within the building show, clean energy was produced and used in various regions across the country. Directly beneath these facilities sat their enormous underground housing development, which would later be repurposed into home. Okay, so that was the Lake Valley observation chemical plant. Okay, so we got some houses here. Interesting. Some more houses. Okay, these images show the early days of Lake Valley, years before they would begin their clean energy initiative. The town was small, remote, and rarely visited, which made it the perfect place to build their power plant. I guess here's some picture of the employees, of course, working at the power plant. Recovered photos from inside Lake Valley observations. The site was once home to an estimated 7,000 employees at its peak, though very few photographs remain. Okay, this is a bathroom of some kind. A photograph taken inside one of the washrooms in the underground portion of the energy facility. Its white tiled walls would serve as inspiration for the decor of Subliminal Land. In some instances, the tiles did not need to be replaced. Okay, so they just kind of built around it, you know. Okay, so we got this looks like inside the power plant, like the energy core, the reactor per se. The only known images taken of the hub, the main energy sector of Lake Valley observations. Due to the constant reactions happening inside, entering this room often meant death in under an hour. The hub would eventually be retrofitted into the final floor of Subliminal Land, which made it one of the most highly sought after locations in the entire park. Okay, mention of Dr. Schlittenberg in Science News 1959. All right. Science News, Dying of Laughter, The New World of Computer Generated Images. All right. The first published mention of Dr. Frank Schlittenberg in the weekly edition of Science News on November 28, 1959, the article briefly discusses his research into the world of cortical activation and specifically compression induced laughter. Despite discovering the clear health issues that prolonged exposure to these compressions can cause, he incorporated the same technology years later into the laugh track. Okay, so this is one of his research papers that is super long. I'm not going to read it. You guys can pause for yourself. If you want to read it for yourself, I'm not reading that. It is currently not known if any riders have ever experienced damage to their bodies or minds while riding the laugh track. Okay, circa 1988, back on track. That is a terrifying photo. They do not look like they're laughing, they look like they are screaming. But what do I know? What do I know? Cameras on the laugh track captured giggling passengers upon the esteemed ride's reopening in the summer of 1988. The ride had been suspended earlier that year and covered with a massive tarp in an attempt to hide it from the public eye. The official reason given for its closure was severe mechanical issues, with tarps being used to protect the ride from harsh sunlight. Many have gone on to reject these explanations, with some going as far as to claim that the ride was closed due to an accident and potentially even total derailment, though to this point little evidence exists back to these rumors. The ride continued to operate that summer, much to the enjoyment of park goers, and remained operational until Liminal Land's eventual closure the following year. Memorandum: The Sound of C Block. So this is a note from the Sharon Corporation. Okay, Sharon. April 21st, 1984. Jason Franklin, maintenance team lead, the Sharon Corporation. Okay, David, I'm having trouble figuring out how to approach Dr. S about this. But this is getting seriously out of hand. We cannot keep guys on payroll for longer than a few weeks before they walk off. I'm not sure if it's a pay discrepancy or what, but this is seriously beginning to affect our bottom line. Home is a freaking mess. It has become a colossal uh, crap hole ever since Dr. S decided to sell units for permanent stays. All this man cares about is money, 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 and the residents don't care. They sit in their rooms living like crap. Their trash is everywhere, and it stinks. How am I supposed to hire any decent talent if their first day on the job is cleaning up the mess the last team abandoned? We either need to shut off sections of home or figure out some way to get more people in here fast. I can't keep pulling these overnights alone. Not like this. It's messing with me bad. I haven't told anyone, but 2 nights ago I heard something down the hallway inside of C Block. I'm not sure if it was because I was up for 22 hours straight, again, but it sounded so freaking real. It was akin to a child's scream, this disturbing, blood curdling scream, followed by what I can only describe as a redacted. I know it sounds ridiculous, redacted, underground, but dear God, it hasn't left my mind since. We need more guys. I'm overworked, I'm tired, and if things don't change, I'm walking off just like the others because screw this. Regards, Jason Franklin, Sharon Corporation. Letter recovered from the maintenance office inside of home. Sections are unfortunately redacted, however, our team is working hard to recover the lost data. Okay, promotional material home 1 of 2. So we're going to look at the picture. At Liminal Land, you'll feel right at home. The holistic and opportune mutual experience emulates the feel of suburbia life away from home, so you can enjoy your time away while your kids enjoys theirs. So we're learning more about the Home Initiative now. A full-page advertisement celebrating a facility named Home. While little is known about what went on inside, rumor has it that it was Liminal Land's take on reality-bending underground suburbia. Urban legend aside, though, it was more than likely a clever accommodation to get families to stay at the park longer than they otherwise would. Promotional material home 2 out of 2. We've got our picture here. Dream. The holistic opportune mutual experience emulates the feel of a suburbia life getaway from home, all contained within the state of the art complex underground. Reality or not, you won't be able to tell the difference. Okay, circa 1973, Lake Valley observations. Okay, so we got the image of a very destroyed and dilapidated hallway or room area inside of the power plant. Recovered image potentially awaiting confirmation from the site of what was once known as the home of the Lake Valley observations. This photograph was likely taken by staff members of Sharon surveying the land for purchase before its eventual renovation into subliminal land. Promotional material, the Paradise Playrooms. Okay, let's look at the poster. Liminal Land, lose yourself in a new paradise. Endless play awaits for children, young and old, at the Paradise Playrooms. Found in remaining company files, this poster once promoted the highly ambitious Paradise Playrooms, which served as the park's alternative to daycare. Uh, Early reviews suggest that the attraction lived up to its name, with children joyfully spending hours lost in its maze of never-ending fun. Okay, so we have a missing poster from Margaret J. Margaret J. Missing. Lake Valley Police. We saw this poster at the beginning of the series. Margaret J was one of the people who went missing inside of Liminal Land. Uh, she was a part of the Jacobson family, the same family that their house burnt down. Special bulletin, Lake Valley Police Department. Missing person, foul play suspected. Reward $8,000. Dang! For information leading to the discovery of the current location of Miss Jacobson. An additional $15,000 just for information. Dang. For information leading to the arrest and conviction of the persons responsible for the disappearance of Miss Jacobson. Jacobson, Margaret S. F. Female, 39, 5'3", 125 pounds. Brown hair, brown eyes, fair complexion. Date missing, 25th of January, 1988. Last seen at Liminal Land Park. 600 Country Road, BO05, Lake Valley, New Mexico. Any information possible, contact Chief of Detectives Mike Hughes or Detective Wayne Roberts, Lake Valley Police Department. And then we have a phone number here. Missing persons report salvage from the Liminal Land main square appears to have been tampered with, likely by a park goer. Promotional material, Sharon Corporation. New World awaits. Liminal Land, Bureau of Land Management, Lake Valley, National Backcountry Byway. Coming soon to Lake Valley, northwest of town off Country Road B005. Early promotional material recovered from an abandoned Lake Valley residence. Document was inside of a folder with other early Sharon Company files, leading us to believe that this ad was created sometime around 1974. Okay, circa 1983, the Paradise Playrooms. We're going to look at the picture, of course. Creepy. The kid does not have a face. Unnamed child photograph playing in an early variation of the park's signature Paradise Playrooms. The vast building served as a maze for children to get lost in as their parents enjoyed the more mature attractions in the park. Circa 1988, Down in the Depths. So we'll look at the picture, of course. This one's kind of creepy. This looks like a dead dude floating in the pool. And these guys don't look any much more friendly, neither. Three park goers taking a break from the expansive network and pools within subliminal land. They appear to be somewhere around floor B27, although nobody really knows for sure. Circa 1979, movement on the rails. So this is the Serpentine, a photograph of the Serpentine. So look at the photo, of course, as tradition. Utilizing old metal tubing, Sharon crafted a coaster that in hindsight broke every regulation in the book. Oddly, writers noted bizarre rail movement when passing the curve, with some claiming that it appeared to be alive and snake-like. Over the years, Serpentine became something of an urban legend. Because of this, although the snake-like movement was likely because of its critical lack of support structure. Dang, the most dangerous coaster in the park. Okay, circa 1977, the happiest ride on Earth. So this must be about the laugh track. So here's a photograph of all the people riding the laugh track and laughing, obviously. Sharon Corporation's first foray into experimental roller coasters. The laugh track utilized specialized restraint compressions to evoke uncontrolled laughter during its 8-minute runtime. The potential for asphyxiation was still being studied, although strangely not a single writer had filed a complaint during its brief run. That was long, and this is a longer episode as a result of it. But we learned a lot. We got to see a lot of promotional material. We got to learn about various rides, and even a lot about the Sharon Corporation, the things that were happening behind the scenes. Very small things, but we got to learn about it nonetheless. Well, guys, unfortunately, that is all the time that I have today for this episode. So please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications when I upload new videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and make sure to follow my social media links down in the description below to join the Ghoul Renegade, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye!